Hey guys, this is my review of the latest, well not the latest, well I guess you could say latest, of Ring Ka King. This is the episode that aired on February the 4th. Now, for those of you who hadn't heard, they broke down the episode into two 30-minute episodes. So, this is episode 3, and well, let's get to it. So, get a quick recap of what happened last week on the show. We cut to the back. Boy, does that sound familiar. We cut to the back. And anyway, we are in the locker room with the commissioner along with Mahabali Vera. Now, hold on, and I think they get these names right. Now, Harbhajan Singh comes in and wishes Vera good luck in his match with Scott Steiner. When all of a sudden, as the commissioner is about to talk, Sir Brutus Magnus comes in, interrupts, and gets into their locker room. And he says, the boss will not be happy if we do not win and take over Ring Ka King. And then Sanjay Dutt speaks in Hindu, and then Scott Steiner breaks through it. He's like, did you understand what he said, white trash? That's right, he called the commissioner, who is Indian, white trash. And then he looks at Vera, and there he goes. So we do start off with the first of the semifinal matches, Scott Steiner against Mahabali Vera. This match is an okay match. This is not Vera's best match. I think the match with Dinsmore made him look like $1 million. Here in this one, it's not really that good. It's just a battle between two guys with muscles. Scott Steiner got the win with I guess it's like a Cobra Clutch DDT. It's really hard to describe. But Scott Steiner got the win. He is in the finals of the Ring Ka King tournament. So, we cut to the back and we have an interview. We have the 6-man team of Roscoe Jackson, Jimmy Rave, and Zema Ion. So, each guy gets to speak. Zema Ion says that he will make the ring his runway. And Jimmy Rave says that after this match is over, we will go celebrate. And then Roscoe Jackson comes out and just says, I'm ready to look for a fight! I'm going to look for a fight! So we go back and we got Isaiah Cash coming down on a motorcycle, dressed up like he's in a gang. Well, that looks very familiar. Like 10 years ago familiar. Nah, it couldn't be. So anyway, we go back to a pre-recorded interview that Isaiah Cash did, and he said that he is here in Ring Ka King to beat up and to win titles. And he tells us, nobody touched my bike. Now, during his intro, he's pointing at the Ring Ka King heavyweight title. And it's so funny because it's like, dude, you're not in the tournament. Why are you pointing at the belt? So then, out come his tag team partners, Hollywood and Broadway. Now, for those of you who are interested in who they are, Broadway is Little Guido, Nunzio, James Murtato, whatever you want to call him, and Hollywood is Joey Ryan. And then out come the opposing team that just mentioned a moment ago. And you know what? This was fair. You know what? For a 6-man match, this was an interesting, match as far as how the pace went and the style was. And, it was an okay match, but, it did show, like Hollywood and Broadway could work as a team. Zema Ion could be a very big star in Ring Ka King, So the end comes when Zema Ion hits, and I'm not kidding when the announcers called this, a top rope crossbody splash. It's a 450. He hit a 450 splash, and the announcer just gives this long description of what it is. So Zema Ion, Jimmy Rave, and Roscoe Jackson get the win. After the match, Isaiah Cash comes back in the ring and beats up all 3 guys. So Hollywood and Broadway come back in the ring to celebrate, and Isaiah Cash beats up Hollywood and Broadway. So we go to the back where Matt Morgan is being interviewed. And he was asked about some of the guys like Scott Steiner and Isaiah Cash and how they are making, their names noticed in Ring of King. And I love Matt Morgan's opening because he's like, I saw Isaiah Cash. He beat up not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 men. Boy, I didn't know how to count. I didn't know how to count until Matt Morgan taught me. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So Matt Morgan says that he's going to basically beat Sanjay Dutt and then go into the finals and win the belt. So we go back, and it is the second edition of the Adonis Lock. Yes, American Adonis comes. And this time he picks a guy, and I swear he said his name was Karen, but it could have been Karan or something, and sometimes microphones don't really work that well. So the Adonis Lock is put on, guy can't break out of it, and that's it. Now, if you remember in the last review, I mentioned there was a guy who kept holding a sign that said, hire me. Well, he's there again. And this time he jumps over the railing. Except he's a short person. Now he goes after American Adonis' manager. And then American Adonis picks him up and he throws him. But thankfully the little guy lands on 2 security guards. So then we go to the back again, where Chavo Guerrero is being interviewed. And he talks about what happened on the last episode, where he lost to Sanjay Dutt because of the Sheiks. And he said, I had no problem with the Sheiks, but now you are my problem. And the next time you get your nose in my business, I'm going to have a little surprise for you. And he's a guy who's just like me, from a wrestling family. And then he says, us Guerreros, we never back away from a fight. Except for that time in WrestleMania 24 when I got beat in 15 seconds. So there we go to the featured bout, Matt Morgan against Sanjay Dutt, the other semi-final match of the tournament. And Brutus Magnus and Scott Steiner are outside with Sanjay Dutt, trying to help him win. But early on, the referee throws both Magnus and Steiner out. And really, for the most part, this is just a clear dominance of Matt Morgan, except for a couple of minutes where Sanjay Dutt does get some offense. However, Matt Morgan does get the win with the big boot, 1, 2, 3. Morgan advances to the finals, and Scott Steiner comes into the ring with the Ring to King heavyweight title as both men are staring down and arguing, and Singh is up at the top of the ramp doing this. And that's basically the end of that episode of Ring to King. I would have to say this was probably so far the worst of the 3 episodes, although I still enjoy it. I still enjoy Ring to King. I thought Scott Steiner calling the commissioner white trash was absolutely hilarious when he's not white. The finals of the tournament, actually, if you think about it, is set up pretty interesting with Morgan and Steiner, 2 big, muscular guys, so it'll be an interesting match. Chavo's getting used good with this feud with the Sheiks. American Adonis, it's just like his run in WWE when he first was there. I'll tell you, they got the roster to do it. They really do. It's just this episode for me just didn't do it. I'm hoping the next episode, which I'll watch tomorrow, will be better. But the next episode does have women's competition. We do have a tag match, the Sheiks against Chavo Guerrero and his mystery partner, and the finals of the Ring to King heavyweight title tournament. I'm really hoping this is going to be a good episode. I really hope it is.